Hey, yo! Welcome back to the Decade and Beyond. So, of course, we're now going to be in our second year of the college football expansion, which is now at 12 teams, and we thought that last year would help out with, like, teams making it or not making it in, and then we still kind of had that happen, where we had resumes were stronger for one team and not the other, but yeah, there's a good amount of information in this, so we'll take it easy, just read through it, and do this as easy as possible. So of course we had the 12-team expansion last year for the first time, and yeah, the CFP committee is of course made up of FBS conference commissioners and Notre Dame athletic director Peter Beveke. Hopefully I'm saying that right, as they approved a new 12 seeding bracket. And yeah, this is of course the second year for it. And in this year, 2025, the 12 teams will be seeded based off the CFP rankings, so 1 through 12. But there are going to be a little bit of hints of changes here and there that might not. Maybe they might favor other teams and not others, but we'll see how that finishes out. But it says they will be ranked for their CFP rankings regardless of conference championships. However, the shift comes with a comprehensive compromise around the finances of the CFP. Last year, the 4 highest ranked conference champions received the top first round buys, and yeah, they were guaranteed an $8 million payout for their conferences, which received $4 million for each school that made the CFP and for each school that qualified for the quarterfinals. Under this new rule, new model, the 4 highest ranked teams will each earn a first round bye, but the conferences with the 4 highest ranked champions will still pocket the automatic $8 million payout, even if their champion is not ranked inside the top 4. And based off of last year, which is kind of, again, it was still a little messy and we didn't really understand it, and people were like, why is my team in and this team isn't? Whatever happened there. But the Mountain West champion Boise State and the Big 12 champion Arizona State received the number 3 and number 4 seeding in the playoffs, despite finishing the season 9 and 12. And then we had Texas and Penn State being seeded 5 and 6, although they finished the season in 3 and 4 ranked in the season. And then the Big 12 champion Oregon was ranked number 1, and SEC champion was ranked number 2. But they also were both number 1 and number 2. Despite the first round buys last season, the top 4 seeds actually were knocked out by the lower seeds in the CFP quarterfinal. So that was kind of where we were like, this is kind of weird. Like, obviously we had Oregon was undefeated. Oregon going into the playoffs was undefeated. So that was kind of like, okay, we're good with this one because you can't really go any worse like that right now. So we were good. That was absolutely fine. But in the first game, they got absolutely destroyed, if you remember that. So filling out the bracket for this coming year and beyond, there will be no changes to who qualifies for the CFP, as the 5 highest ranked conference champions and the next 7 highest ranked teams will still make up the 12-team bracket. That means the 5th highest ranked conference champion could still bump out a team ranked team ranked in the top 12 out of the CFP, like we did last year with Clemson and Alabama, as Clemson was number 16 and Alabama was 11. This is kind of basing off of what I said not just earlier in this video, of how the resume can definitely make a massive difference in this still, as of course Clemson had a better resume than Alabama. I think Alabama has some pretty bad losses in there that were like, should Alabama actually be in this year? Are they going to be in just because of Alabama being their name? And if they could be the team to actually kind of make a run and kind of show like, hey, we still do belong in this. So that's kind of where they're basing it off of the resume build in there. And under the new rule, Notre Dame, which made $20 million last year from a CFP run, since it is an independent, it is not affiliated with any conferences. Of course, that is independent, not affiliated, kind of makes sense there for the most part, will be able to earn a first round bye, which was never ever possible before, which actually could make it very insanely interesting in that situation. They kind of had to be one of the first teams there because they were not affiliated with anyone. And the payouts, which also included another $6 million for a conference whose school reached the semifinals and played in the national championship game. And yeah, they are expected to be similar similar this season, but the revenue distribution will be under a new model by the 2026 season. So of course the season after this coming one and beyond, which will move away from the per round payouts and see the Big Ten and SEC make the majority of the money. And all these specific details are not released yet and finalized, which I'm not really surprised about because this just happened not too long ago. But yeah, this is it's still a lot of information, still kind of showing that some little thing can make a hit or miss for that team that year. Just hey, I have a little hint for you. Just go undefeated in the season. You'll never have an issue ever again if you go undefeated in every way. So yeah, this is a little interesting and kind of branching off of this here a little bit. Apparently we had the seeding for the NFL playoffs was actually, I think, not happening because I think it was the Lions that came out with a proposal, but there was not enough support behind it or anything like that, that it was actually just thrown out. The Lions threw out the proposal and did not actually go forward with that with the committee to try and have the seeding for the NFL actually change. So that is based off of, I think it was like the same day or something, but it was not made a major deal because there was no change at all. It was just that they had that happen. But this is definitely a lot of information, and I think that there might still be some slight confusion going on as we see the seeding going to into the playoffs next year. But again, just go undefeated. You'll never have an issue ever again. So yeah, let's see how this works out and if it actually can go as smoothly as they possibly want it to be. Again, it's just the money and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna see a lot of these conferences make a lot of money in the next couple of years, even though they already have millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to themselves. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting and kind of fun to watch on who goes crazy or not go crazy in this one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.